Okay, so the call is recorded. So this is Ross Garcia with Wealth Mindset Group, and we're talking today about information regarding the way you think and how to attract things in your life. And so we have Monica. She asked me a question before the end of the call. Let's talk. Well, I'll talk to you about this stuff. So as you're building your business with IM, you're going to find a lot of people that are not going to believe in what you're telling them. Okay. The reason that that happens is because people are programmed negatively and environmentally. Okay. So to talk to you about how this stuff works, it works with the things that you're thinking about. Okay. And when you were born, you were born with a self-image of who they told you you were. You were taught what was a dog, a house, a cow. You were taught all these things, and what happened was at like age 7, your subconscious mind kind of got closed off. So everything you were taught as a child was like wide open. That's why there's people that speak French, Chinese, Spanish, because as a child, they learned these languages. Okay. So I'm going to do a screen share and I'm going to show you what the subconscious mind looks like. Now, the subconscious mind is not the brain. Okay. Now, there was a doctor in 1934 that created a picture of the subconscious mind, with the top part representing the conscience and the bottom part representing the subconscious. Now, this is a picture of a stick person that Dr. Thurman Fleets drew out in 1934 in San Antonio, Texas. And these are your results, okay? It's controlling the way you think, okay? So if what you see does not match the thing that you want, you get more of the same. So 99% of the time, what you're seeing, you're not grateful for what you see. So you get upset. And then it goes into the subconscious mind and you get more of the same. The same thing happens with TV. What you see goes right into the subconscious mind. So who is the one that is impressing the subconscious? It's friends, family, excuse me, family, TV, perceptions on outcomes, like outcomes, like how do you see certain outcomes in your life? And then also logic, like logic is what stops you from going for these things. So you have friends, family, TV, perception of outcomes of, is it positive or negative? And then you have your logic, like your thinking. So logically, you're like, man, there's no way I can get rich. There's no way I can grow my business. So, it's hard to get rid of yourself. So this is you, and it's like, well, who are you, right? And it's like, okay, well, I was taught that I am Ross Garcia, right? But at the end of the day, I'm not my name. I'm not nothing human. I'm a spirit and I have an intellect and I live in a physical body. So my spirit is to expand and my spirit has higher faculties. I could use my imagination, will, reasoning, intuition, perception, memory, and intuition. So the higher faculties is where you want to be. It's like your God-given ability to create the lifestyle that you want. Now, what I said was, as a child, your subconscious mind was wide open, and they told you who you were. They told you your name, what's a dog, what's a tree, what's a car, what's a horse. They taught you all these things. When you got older, your mind, the top part of your mind, the conscience, closed in with the subconscious. So it got difficult for people. It got difficult for you to actually believe that this is possible, because they told you, put the crayons away, don't be creative, you can't create the life that you want, put your feet on the ground. And you fell for it. So the whole idea is like, okay, well, I understand that my conscious mind is closed. I understand that I am who I am, but that's fine. But I'm going to create a life that I don't have to run away from. And how do you do that? Everyone wants to know how. Like, for me, I wanted to make whatever Ralph Waldo Emerson says, that the only thing that can grow is the thing you give your energy to. So it's like, what are you giving your energy to? Are you giving your energy to prosperity, abundance, which is your birthright, or are you giving your energy to negativity, to doubt, procrastination? The first thing that you should do is grab a pen. Like, I have a stylus, like I have a Note 9, so I could write on my stylus. And I hope you guys could see this. Let me go back in here on the Zoom call. So let me check the chats. Okay, so we have 2 people that just messaged me, and I'm gonna ask you guys, can someone let me know if you can see the drawings that I'm drawing out? Can someone comment if you can see the drawings? I want to make sure you guys are actually participating. Florence,
Yeah.
tell me. Okay, all right, great. So let me go back in here. We can see. All right, great. So let me go back in to the drawing. Make sure that the stop screen share. Okay, we're good. Okay. So we're back in. All right. So, the hard part for people is believing. And William James was a professor from Harvard. He says, believe in your belief, and your belief will literally create the fact. And what happens is, if you've never been there, you're going to use your logic to try to understand how you're going to get there. So remember that, guys. Like, if you want to have residual income every single month, you're going to use your logic to make sense, because it has to make sense. Everything has to make sense for you, because you're like a little creature and we're like little ants compared to God's operation. Like, if you really look outside of yourself, if you look at the galaxies, there's so much order. Bob Proctor says that the first law is order. It's a heavenly state, order. And it's like, well, how can you get to the next level? The way to get to the next level is the connection between the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. And if the connection is not being made, you're never going to get to the next level. And I studied this for 5 years. Aside from studying Think and Grow Rich, the laws of success, you were born rich. But I was trying to figure out a secret. And it took me 5 years to figure it out. And it led me to the point where I saw this video of John Canary and Bob Proctor. They were partners back in the 80s. And they had did a seminar, You Were Born Rich. Most of you guys probably didn't know what I'm talking about. But John Canary, he was Bob Proctor's partner. and they did a video, and they were talking about the law of gender. The law of gender is the last law. Now, the law of gender in the book of Wallace Wattles, The Science of Getting Rich, that is the seventh law. That's the last law. The first law is the transmutation of energy. Energy just is. The last law is the law of gender. The law of gender states that there's an incubation and gestation period for every seed. We know what it is for a woman having a child. We know what it is. It's 9 months when you have a baby, a woman. We know what it is for carrots, potatoes, watermelons, corn. We have an idea. When a woman has a child, it could be 9 months and a couple days. Who knows, right? I'm not a doctor, but I know it's 9 months, okay? It might be 7 months, but that's called the incubation and gestation period. Now, this dream that you want, it will manifest, but there's a season. And in that season, you have to participate on these calls. You have to be plugged into the right environment. So what I'm telling you guys is it took me 5 years to figure out that there is what's called emotion and which is called heart. And if people study the chakras, the heart is the highest level of vibration. The heart vibrates higher than the mind. See, everyone thinks that, oh, well, all I need is to think. No, you need to think and you need to be connected to the feeling. That's why Neville Goddard, in a book, he says feeling is the secret. He's an author. He says feeling is a secret. So if like this is your mind, let me just go to a new one. If this is your mind, now the mind is not the brain, and then this is the brain. And then up here is energy, unadulterated energy, 100% evenly present in all places at the same time. No past, no future, is the cause and effect of itself. Now the energy is plugged in through your mind. It's the connection of the mind. Then the mind connects to the brain, okay? But I was missing this part, brain to the heart. I was missing this part. I was looking for this part right here, the heart. Because there was times where I was frustrated and I didn't feel good. So the heart is like your feeling. Now they say the heart of heart is where you go to at night and you talk to yourself. And this is the connection. So the nervous system is hooked up right here. Now, I'm not going to pay any attention to the energy because the energy is like unadulterated. It's neither positive nor negative. Your mind makes it positive. Your mind makes it positive or negative. So let's not worry about the energy. Let's think about the feeling, because it's the feelings that cause the vibration. And then the vibration is what triggers the nerves. And then that's where you feel doubt, anxiety about your goal. So when it took me 5 years to figure out that all you had to do is feel good. And Wallace Wattles, it says in the book, The Science of Getting Rich, he says that you have to have a spirit of gratitude. So in the morning, you grab a pen and a blank sheet of paper and you say, I'm so happy and grateful because I have life. I can wake up in the morning and see the sun. I have food on the table. I have a job. I have another source of income. I'm working with Ross on another source of income. I'm working on multiple sources of income. I'm building my business with the I Am organization. I'm a chairman 10, and you act as if. But guess who causes you not to feel good? Your friends, your family, and your own belief system of what your capability is. So once you forget, once you let go of who you are and what people think about you, and you become like just this magnet of possibilities. Like Janet B. Biran says, like there's infinite possibilities. You choose the one that you want to attract, but you attract it with your feeling, because the feeling is like it has more vibrational frequency, more energy than anything else. It's like fuses. So if you need to buy a dog, then buy a dog. If you need to love somebody, then, you know, like they say, a dog is a man's best friend. Buy yourself a dog. If you need to go into a room and cry, which like a lot of people do this, write it out in its full negative form. I'm a loser. Everybody said I was broke. I did this. Like everyone said I was never going to amount to nothing. You're never going to become successful. Write it all out. I'm a loser. I'm never going to become successful. I'm not a winner. I'm not part of the 1% of the 1%. I'm never going to be a millionaire. I'm never going to have residual income. Write it all out and then burn it. And then write out the opposite. Create the picture of the life that you desire, because you are a spirit. You're for expansion and fuller expression, never for disintegration, never for hard times. So the feeling is the secret. The feeling is, oh my God, the connection is being made between my heart, my feeling, the brain, the mind, and this energy, unadulterated. Because science and theology, they disagree on a lot of things, but they come to an unanimous decision on one thing, that nothing's created, nothing's destroyed. So that means that the life that you want is already here, but it's on a certain frequency. And guess what is the highest frequency? The feeling, the vibration, because that's what's going to connect you to the frequency. The more, it's kind of like jumping in a car with no roof and just driving around near a coast where the sun is. And a lot of people might not get the sun. Okay, then, like I said, it goes back to your pets, your loved ones, the people that are in your life, the people you're hugging, the people that are giving you love. And it also goes back to giving people love that don't even deserve it, that might have did you wrong. Sending love to 3 people that you might not like, but you know, it might be somebody that you helped that didn't appreciate you. Hey, you know, how are you doing? I just want to let you know that if you need anything, I'm here for you. I might not have much money. I might not blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm here for you, you know? And that person's going to be like, wow, they actually thought about me. Like Napoleon Hill, he was a broke newspaper reporter. He didn't have enough money to get back home. He met the richest person in the world because he was doing an interview. And the richest person in the world seen something in Napoleon that he didn't even see in himself. And he's like, why is the richest person in the world having me do this task of, you know, writing a book about the laws of success to help the modern man for 20 years without pay? And Napoleon Hill told Andrew Carnegie, yes, Mr. Carnegie, sir, you can depend on me that I will achieve it. But there was a secret that Andrew Carnegie knew about, because he was part of the 1% of the 1%. And the secret is that the energy could be used to mold and make. You mold and make with the energy because you are a creator. So how do you mold and make? With what you're thinking about. It's like Earl Nightingale says, that you're the sum total of all your thoughts. So analyze your thoughts all day long. Write them all down and then add them up like a mathematical equation, plus and minuses. So if the plus would be here, and the pluses were like, man, I was grateful. I sent people love. I did my affirmations. I talked to more people to organize my company. I talked to, like, let's say I talked to 200 people today. 5 people are interested in my business. I talked to Ross. You know, I did this, right? And I wrote down how I see myself. I did a life script of how I want my life to be. I did a life script, blah, blah, blah. If you don't know what a life script is, message me. I'll help you make out a life script for yourself. And then the negatives were like, I put myself down. I felt like crap. I was upset. I couldn't, you know, do this. And then at the end of the day, you add up, you add everything up. How many positives? There was 97 positives. And how many negatives? There was 20. You know, and when you're starting off, you're going to have 200 negatives and only 97 positives. But the more you jump on these calls, the more you're gonna have more positives, and you're gonna have less negatives. There's gonna be like 79 positive thoughts and only 5 negative thoughts. And the more you get this, the more your life will just be positive, and then you'll mold and make with the energy the way that you want your life to be. So we're gonna end the call now, and let me give people my number so you can send me a WhatsApp message. Okay, so let me grab this. It's +44 78 92. Let me write this down. Let me write this stuff down. So let me plus chat. So Monica, you can give me a call. So +44 78 92 78 92 63 63 1118. So that's my number. Okay. So you could send me a message through WhatsApp, and anyone interested, just message me on WhatsApp, and we'll get everything organized. Girati, Chisha, Florence, Monica, great. So everyone's saying thank you. So you guys have my number. Make sure you write that down. Messages on WhatsApp. Yeah, sometimes I post in the Powerhouse FX chat. So, but I'll post this again. Reach out to me, because look, this is really important. We're going to a new economy, guys. Okay, so I want you guys up on top. Okay, while everyone's worried and going crazy. So this is about sharing information. Okay, I have the information. I did the research. All right. So we'll end this video. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, and message me after the call so we can talk. We'll do another Zoom. Enjoy your day. Have a good one, guys. Peace out.